Okay. Right then. So what I'll do is I'll just run through building a simple rig. There are some very sneaky key points that I'm going to be doing. Right, so first of all, I'm going to build a base, which is going to be my cylinder. I'm going to make sure that that's set to 16, and I'm going to make sure that that is set to 1, because I'm finicky like that. And I am going to name this object base. I'm then going to add myself an arm. I'm going to call this arm1. And I'm going to make sure it's on the origin. And I'm going to move it up a little bit. Okay, so there is a tiny little gap there. I'm going to shift copy it. So I get another arm, which I'm going to call arm2. I'm going to make it a slightly different color so that I can tell it apart. And then finally, I need the cone to sit at the top. Don't make this excessively complicated. Really appreciate if we stick to the simple things so that we don't hit any problems. So I'm going to make a cone. Now when I make this cone, I'm going to call this cone. Pay particular attention to the pivot, because pivots are key inside animation. Because when you rotate something, it rotates about the pivot. When you scale something, it scales about the pivot. And when obviously you translate something, the pivot is where it's translating. If I design my cone this way round, my pivot is in the wrong place, because the narrow end of the cone is where the pivot should be, because that's where it rotates. Okay, I don't need any height segments. I'm going to have that set back to 16. I need to make this narrow at this end and big at this end. And again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to 0 it, and then I'm going to push it up in the Z. Way push it up in the Z. Right, so I have mashed together a rig. However, so the first thing is that when I move this, I want the rig to move with it. And obviously, if I rotate this, I want the lamp head to rotate with it. To do this, we use select and link, because what this will do is it will create something called a hierarchy. And a hierarchy is basically a single parent structure. Single parents can have many children, but children can only have one parent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link, first of all, the lamp cone to arm number 2, and then I'm going to click and drag arm 2 to arm 1, and then I'm going to click and drag arm 1 to the base. And if I do this, I should be able to move the base, and everything moves, and I should be able to rotate arm 1, and I should be able to rotate arm 2, and I should be able to rotate the lamp. Ta-da! I have a lamp that is ready to animate.